Hello, my friends, and welcome back to The Long Dark, Zero to Hero, in our quest to survive in a frozen, post-apocalyptic world. My name is Sprocket, and currently we're here at the camp office. I've just returned from harvesting the deer meat, and as you can see, we've got an aurora. I was in the process of updating my notes when the aurora hit, so I was removing in the notes here, so let me just go there real quick. I was thinking we need to remove all the notes from the prepper's cache about the loot that we took with us, so I've deleted all of that. Really, all that we have left in the prepper's cache nearby are the water bottles. And then I added, I was going to go into the Grey Mother's house at the, that was at the mountain town, right? I was going to add the bedroll, but I actually see I've already listed a bedroll here. In good condition even, and I wonder if that is my bedroll. Wonder if that is R. Wilson, and I was confused and thought I had it in our inventory, but yet I left this note. Anyway, kind of funny there. So we have this Aurora, and the guy obviously is on the radio. I don't really need to talk to him. We're not going to do any trading anytime soon. I don't think he's going to go away. It's not going to be a problem if we just ignore him until we are ready to deal with him. If I make my way to mountain, let's see, to Coastal Highway. So here's the world map. So we are currently at Mystery Lake, right by the railroad tracks, right by the lake. We are right where my mouse pointer is, right there. And in order to interact with this guy, I believe we need to be at Coastal Highway over here. We can still talk to him and things, but we can't actually trade with him unless we make our way all the way over to Coastal Highway. But we're not going there. We are actually heading the opposite direction. We want to go through the dam, Carter Hydroelectric Dam. That's going to take us through Pleasant Valley, up into Timberwolf Mountain, and up into Ash Canyon. I mean, we've got a long adventure ahead of us to get up to the top of Ash Canyon, the very tippy top peaks of the Bear Island, Great Bear Islands. We've got some peaks there we're going to check out. Very rustic. Kind of dangerous. Not a lot of buildings we can hide in. And then Timberwolf Mountain, where we do have the airplane wreck with lots of loot we're going to check out. And now that we've got our Pepe, the mule, Pepe Little Mule, that's essentially our nickname now for the sled or the travoy. We can haul all of that loot down to the little shack. It's at the bottom of Timberwolf Mountain, and it's going to be awesome. Another thing to look forward to, guys, is the dam coming up. Carter Hydro Dam is going to be full of loot. And particularly, I'm hoping to find a lantern. I think I left the lantern back at Grey Mother's house as well. So anyway, I am exhausted from harvesting those deer. I think I'm just going to go up to sleep. We'll get a fresh night's rest. And in the morning, I'm going to craft some arrows now that we've got some tools. Wish we had the quality tools, but we don't. We're gonna use what we have. It's gonna save us a bunch of time rather than doing it by hand by using these tools. At any rate, let's tuck into bed here. I'm gonna sleep for, let's go for 10 hours. It's already pretty late. Let's see where that brings us, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, good morning everybody. Hey, we have survived 40 days and 16 hours. Absolutely incredible. I feel like we're doing so good. We've recovered from those broken ribs and the dysentery from me drinking bad water. Just incredible. Okay, so today on the menu for what we're going to be doing, well, I guess speaking of menu, what should we do for food? I am concerned about our food situation. Oh, you know, I forgot to harvest the rabbit. Let's take care of him now. We already got the meat. Let's get the hide. The guts, you know what? It's only going to take 36 minutes. Let's harvest him up. We'll drop the hide and guts. Get that curing. Those little, the hides and things, they're going to be really valuable, especially late game. If we need to repair our gear, it's going to be really handy to come across those that are already cured and ready to go. If we have like rabbit skin hat or mittens, Or if we have deer hides that are cured, we can actually repair like deer skin pants and things like that. So I do try to plan ahead a little bit and get some hides curing for the future for if we need them. Okay, now as far as food goes, for breakfast, you see we really just are down to our survival essentials here. We got our crackers and our cat stalks. So I think we might have to, and also we're kind of low on water. I do have that extra emergency water bottle right here. I'm going to put it a little more visible. Where should we put it? I guess it's okay here. It's just kind of hard to see, I think. That's a little better. Okay, so really that's all the food we have. We got the 2 crackers, what we have in our inventory, the water bottle. There might be some cattails in one of these drawers. I'm going to check the food situation here. So not in that drawer. And how about this drawer? No, we don't have any cattails except for the ones right here. This is kind of our emergency supply. I really would prefer not to dig into that. Okay, am I carrying a book? Yes, I've already got a book. Okay, so we're going to leave that here. Heavy hammer. I'm trying to think, why did I bring this back? So we left a heavy hammer at the forge in Forlorn Muskeg. So there is another forge. Let's take a look at the map. So we left a heavy hammer here at the bottom of Forlorn Muskeg. There is another forge at the Broken Railroad. And also there's a forge way over here at Desolation Point. I think I'm just going to leave the heavy hammer here at the camp office. We'll give it a prominent place on the tabletop here. I don't want to haul it around. I don't really care that there isn't one at the other forges at this moment. I may change that later in the future, but okay, we do need the tools. I wish they were the quality tools. It does help a little bit on the time it takes to craft things. Okay, let's put back, by the way, we are done with the rifle. We had a hunt. I actually wasn't very successful. I ended up having to use the wolves because I missed my shot. Let's drop this and also any bullets we have for the rifle. If we do some more big game hunting, we will pick up the rifle again. And we'll keep it off the ground. Keep it clean. Ammunition's going right here.
I need to find food.
Okay, speaking of food, yes, we do need to cook maybe some of the meat we got. I tried to pick up some sticks on our way back to the camp office. By the way, I do need to drop this rabbit hide we just harvested. And the guts. Let's get those curing. About right there, okay. I do need more firewood. I'm gonna break down this chair. How long is that gonna take? An hour, but we get 4 pieces of wood. Yeah, let's break this down. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go collect firewood outside. By the way, guys, I don't know if I really showed you this place since I tidied up. I did a lot of straightening up. Got the rugs and everything in a nice situated location. I started a little pile over here, by the way. This is all of our safe house decoration stuff. I cleaned up a lot of stuff like paint cans, things like that. I just stuck them over here, kind of in the corner. So here's our crafting bench we're going to be using. And then let me just show you really quick upstairs. I think you mostly saw it already, but this is like my show-off moment. This is my show and tell. Okay, so I straightened up. I cleaned up a lot of garbage that was around here. I got a bear rug from somewhere. I think I took that from downstairs, maybe. I don't know, but I kind of like the way this is looking. I'm going to start being a collector of decorations. The camp office and even Trapper's Cabin, I really enjoy these locations, so I'm going to try to make them feel homey. It makes it feel less isolated and desolate in this frozen apocalypse if we got some decorations. And it gives me something to do, I think Will would do that. If it was me anyway, I would do that. I would kind of focus on some of the funner aspects, the more enjoyable aspects of surviving in this post-apocalyptic world. So let's get a fire started and get our meat cooked up. beautiful day. Oh my goodness. If I had the desire, I'd probably go get the mag lens and save a match, just because it's so beautiful. Maybe, you know what? I would do that in real life. If this was me and I came out and saw a day like that, I would hurry and step back inside and grab a mag lens just to save a match. Especially because I'm getting kind of low. I think I'm down to like 12 matches. Doesn't really matter the condition on these. They're going to function even at 1% condition. Okay, I do prefer to go around the back side, because if a wind...
I might have to drop some gear.
Oh yeah, we might be a little heavy here. Let's get our gun out just in case a little wolf is around the back, because we're so smelly. Okay, no wolf. This is my preferred location for cooking, because we've got the double windbreak right here. This little L shape is going to help us from multiple directions, and a little bit from the hill as well, I think. Okay, before the before the sun goes away. Oh, you know, I do need to eat a cattail or something. Before the wind, gosh, why do I keep saying wind? Before the sunshine goes away, we need to get this fire started. We're going to use a mag lens and a stick. 85% chance of success. This is kind of a new experience for Will. I don't think he's used the mag lens very often. Yeah, let's try that again. I tell you what, guys, I have tried that in real life, using a mag lens to start a fire. And it is much, much more difficult. Unless you have the perfect amount of kindling and super dry, like char cloth or something, which, you know, some people carry char cloth with them, but it's not very common. So just finding, you know what, and by the way, I live in a desert environment, and the air is so dry here, and even with that, any little bit of moisture
turned out pretty well.
On the items you're trying to start on fire really has a big effect on if you can get the fire started. Anyway, I have a lot of respect for people who can get a mag lens fire started. I think I've mentioned this before, but I also have a cheater's mag lens. Hold on, let me focus on this real quick and I'll tell you about it. 36 minutes. Okay, we'll just cook these. Nice. Drop those, get you cooking. The fat, I need to make a new pile for, I think. Kind of gets in the way a little bit. Okay, I probably mentioned this before. In fact, I'm sure I have, but it's so much fun. I got to mention it. I took, so on the side of the road one day, I was driving by, and they had one of these old projector TVs, really big screen, flat projection TVs from like the 90s and early 2000s, before they had flat screens. And there was a sign on it that said free, you know. And I knew that these TVs have a Fresnel lens in there, which is essentially a massive magnifying glass. And so I took the TV, took out the Fresnel lens, which is as big as, you know, like a wall poster, or bigger even, just huge. And so that thing, if you take it out in the sun, I can take a 2x4 and focus the sunlight on a 2x4, and instantly the thing bursts into hot, big flames, like a roaring fire. And then you turn the mag lens away, and it dies out, of course, because there's not enough oxygen for something like that. But I took it to a camp once. I was a leader of some youth, and I took it to a camp, and you got to be careful because it is so bright to use that thing. If you're looking at it, you know, it's like a welder's torch. So you got to have protection for your eyes. But anyway, we would focus it on, after we would do some shooting with the 22 rifle, we would take the brass shells from that and put them in a little depression in a rock and focus the lens on that. And it would melt those, the brass casings using that Fresnel lens. It'd melt them into little ingots. And unfortunately, there was a big red anthill right by our camp, and that anthill became the focus of our attention, if you get my meaning. And we did actually turn some of the anthill into glass using the focus power of that lens. Okay, so I'm going to pay attention to this here now. So got 9 minutes there. I'm going to pass some time. Eat some meat. That's feeling so much better already for breakfast. Okay, wow, got an hour and 8 minutes. Okay, let's grab some of these. I really should cook up as much as we can here. If we're going to do some crafting of the arrows, we're gonna get hungry and all that. Let's pass time here. We need to keep the cooked meats separate. I don't think there's much I can do on the side while this is cooking. I mean, I suppose we could harvest some of these things. I want to check the condition of our clothing. It's been a while since I paid attention. Our socks are getting kind of low. This guy right here is going to need attention soon. Getting kind of low, 77%. I might do a sock. Let's see if we can repair these. 40 minutes. And we got 22. You know, let me wait. I want to wait until these are both about the same amount of time so I don't waste time here. Let's prepare these. Okay, 29 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to pass time on that. Whoops. Let's drop this over here. That's the bigger piece. Drop that one. 14 minutes. And craft some mushrooms. It's not like we need the mushrooms. Lately, I think we do have some... let me just check real quick. We do have the pills. Yeah. Okay, that meat is done. I'm already feeling so much better about this, knowing we have some meat. I should cook some water, actually. And I'm thinking it would be a bad idea to get 2 pots. Next time I should grab another pot. It goes so much better if you have the same amount of time on these. Okay, other than that, I think we're done with crafting. Yeah, so I'm just going to pass time. Oh, fire. Yeah, we got to add some fuel. Let's add one more of those. I need water. So let's drop this here. And cook this up. Oh, wait. Do water. Here we go. Water. Let's do 2 liters. I'm going to need more fuel for that. Alright, 17 minutes. That's fine. Let's check for some sticks here. Oh, got a few. Free firewood. You know, you don't have to harvest it really. You don't have to spend time cutting it down like these. You know, 5 minutes. That's not that bad actually for 5 minutes. Probably takes me that long just to walk around. Sure, why not? I'll grab a few more. Can hear the wolves out today. Wonder if they can smell our food. It's blowing over towards them. Perfect timing. I'm just gonna eat this one actually. May as well eat all of them actually. That's good. Okay. Alright, I think I'll just break down some more sticks. Boy, the weather changed, didn't it? We had that nice sunny day. Wonder if nature is trying to spoil our plans for cooking us meat. There might be a storm in the works. Maybe a windstorm. Alright, let's grab this branch. So if I do it by hand... Oh, it's 10 minutes. I'll just use the hatchet. That's fine. Yeah, so we're on the precipice of a big adventure, guys. Really, I mean, we're going to turn our back on the camp office for a long time in order to really travel across the map and explore new places. It's kind of exciting. I always love this part. Getting ready for a new adventure. Okay, 43 minutes there, 16 minutes there. Let's just pass time on that. And since we have the sled, we can take some of this food with us without being smelly. Or fragrant, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think I told you, my wife sometimes watches me play, or she'll watch the videos later. She's like, why do you use the word smelly? It's kind of a weird word. And to be honest with you guys, I think it's
anything for a drink right now.
I started watching people play The Long Dark long before I ever got the bravery to try it myself. Like over a year, I think I watched videos all the time of people playing. And especially, I think Zach, he's the one that, I think he calls it smelly. Maybe everybody does, but I was watching him play. And it makes sense, or maybe it's stinky. Is it stinky? Yeah, because you got stink lines. I think the game officially calls these. So when I pick up meat here, you can see those. Where are they? Did it show? It's not showing. There they go. Those 3 lines at the top. That's how smelly you are at attracting wildlife. And I think they're officially called stink lines. And so it's just easy to say stinky because you got stink lines, right? But it's kind of a weird way to call it. It actually reminds me of Nacho Libre, the movie with Jack Black. He's a priest or something. He has robes, and he kind of falls in love with a nun. And at one point, he's trying to hit on the nun, and he doesn't wear his robes. He wears like other clothing, and the nun is like, "Oh, where are your robes?" And he says, "Oh, they were stinky." It's like whenever I think of stinky, I can't help but remember that line. Okay, 2 liters of water. I needed that. We're so thirsty. Let's get a drink. We're kind of living on the edge as far as water goes. We don't have a big store of water at the moment. Those are the same size. I think we're just about done cooking here. Let's pass some time. Do I have any more sticks to harvest? I'm going to check over here. Go for a little walk anyway. Stretch our legs. I don't know if there will be sticks over here. Just in case. We have some wolves this morning. They do like to kind of hang around out over here, so. Okay, I'm going to put it away just because I know me and I will have a negligent discharge. I'll accidentally shoot my foot or something while I'm trying to pick up sticks. Any more sticks? Alright, that's probably good enough. I would like to make it to the top of the fire lookout. I think that would be a fun adventure. Maybe we could hit that before we go to the dam. And I recently learned there's a plane crash. It's kind of hidden, tucked away, but there can be a little bit of loot up there by the fire lookout. Man, I love that. Look at the glow from the camp office and the smoke coming up. Okay, meat is done here. No, didn't mean to grab that. Alright, let's cook you. Just about done. Alright, let's pass some time, I think. It's good we don't have cabin fever, because I hate not being able to pass time. You know, like right there as I was finishing up the meat. I really enjoy being able to just skip ahead 28 minutes, for example, you know. How much fuel do I have? Just 3 sticks, don't I? 4 sticks, okay. I'm going to add a couple. There we go. See, like right there, you know, I just passed all that time. 7 minutes. I do need some water, so let's do a little bit more water. How much time? Hold on. How much time? 15 minutes. Let's do half a liter. That might be enough time. I'm going to move this meat. Let's get our gun out. Oh, wait. Let me pick it up first and then get the gun out.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
So I don't shoot myself. I could actually break down those boards. Yes, that is so nice. Feels so good to have a supply of food. By the way, there's a wolf right there. Right there. I think he can smell our meat. He keeps getting closer. 13 minutes. I probably need a little more fuel. That is our last stick. Unless I harvest a torch. How long does it take to break these down? Oh, it actually won't let me. Okay. I thought we could break down those. Nice little flag to keep me company. Okay, 5 minutes till boiled. Just pass some time. Can't take a torch. Okay. Speaking of torches, I do have... Oh. That is not good. Just low quality torches. You know what? I should probably map. I don't think I've mapped this area. Have I? No, I haven't. Let's take a minute. We'll just map where we are. There we go. We can call that home. Camp office. There it is. Camp office. There's a prepper's cache. I may have the Polaroid. If we went up to the lookout, we could map. At any rate, boy, it is getting late. We're running out of sunlight. But we got a lot done. Getting all this meat cooked up. By the way, guys, I had a great comment from somebody, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say what it is because it's so good and I didn't think of it. So, in the last episode, when we had those 2 deer to harvest, it would have been so much more smart of me to just quarter those deer and put the pieces and everything into the sled. But I didn't even think about quartering. That would have been so smart. I kind of want to go on an adventure just to check out the fire tower. Let's get a drink. Or should we save it? Should we save it until we're going to the dam? The only problem is if there's some loot there, it'd be nice to bring it back to the camp office and not haul it with us. But unfortunately it is getting dark. Maybe I should take advantage of the daylight. Let's get some arrows crafted. At least a couple maybe. See how much time it takes. I believe I have all the equipment in my inventory. We should have the tools. Right? I think I picked up the tools. Yeah, I've got the tools. Let's just see how long it takes. Let's get a drink first. You always get so thirsty when you're crafting. Okay, crafting, simple arrows. We do have the tools. Look at that. So it's going to go from 1.5 hours to 1.12 hours, which adds up over time. And if we had the quality tools, it'd be even shorter. So let's go for 2. Let's see if we have enough daylight for 2. Although, you know, if we run out, I'm just going to do 1 at a time, because I think if we run out of time, you don't get any. Kind of crappy. So we'll try 1, and we'll do another one. So I think we might be up to 7 arrows now. So we got that bow. Hold on, I'm going to sort alphabetically. Let's see how many arrows. These are the fire-hardened arrows. And then here's our bow. Okay, good. We do have the 100% bow, and we're up to 7 arrows. That is awesome. Okay, it is getting late. I think I just need to go to bed, and then we'll continue. Let's put on the outlines here. Is that lighting up? Are we getting an aurora again? We must be getting another aurora. Oh, there we go. Let's get a drink. Feels good to have a full belly. We should sleep really well tonight. Let's go for 12. I don't think it will let us sleep for 12, but we'll try it. I'll see you guys in the morning. Yeah, there's the aurora. Okay, looks like it is just barely daylight. Perfect. Let's read a little bit of our book. Oh, by the way, am I thirsty? Let's get a drink. I wouldn't mind finishing this book. I think we have made a lot of progress on it. I think we might be up to 3 hours. Let's see. Yeah, so we only have 2 hours left. Let's just finish it. Let's get the 2 hours over with. Really, I guess I could have read outside. But anyway, that is done, that book. And let's check our dream catcher. Yes, we did have a nice dream last night, guys. We went to a buffet. We went to a old-fashioned buffet with all the fixins you can imagine. Every little thing you could scoop on your plate. The best kind of dream, I think. And we woke up and we weren't even hungry. That's even better. Okay, so what do I need to drop? Well, we can drop this book, right? We finished it. Yeah, drop that. So that is now firewood. I do need to remember to bring a pot outside. Do I have any extra pots in here? Don't have any there. I think I saw one on the stove downstairs. So I might actually take that outside. Okay, so let's grab this book before I forget. Let's go do some more arrow crafting. Then we can leave the extra materials behind. Sounds like we have a storm anyway. Let's do 3 more arrows. And we'll get a drink. I might need to get some food here pretty quick as well. So I think what does that lead us to? Is that, I'm losing count here. Is that 10? 10 arrows? 10 arrows, okay. I I think ideally we would probably want like 15, maybe a minimum of like 12 arrows. Plus we do have the gun. We're going to be taking the revolver with us. I think I will. I don't know. I got to think about this. Okay, let's do 3 more arrows. Sounds like the storm has passed. Let's do 2 more. You think the time would get shorter as you get better at it. I guess it does. You can level up crafting and things.
I could eat anything right now.
Oh, I just remembered. Crafting these arrows actually levels up our archery. I saw that little symbol there. I forgot about that. That's awesome. So we're actually leveling up our archery skill as we are doing this. Archery, we're almost halfway to level 3. That is awesome. And just a reminder, guys, if we get to level 5 archery, that is the ultimate because you can actually crouch and get close to the animals and shoot while crouching so you don't spook the animals. If you stand up to shoot them, they're going to see you from a lot closer. Okay, we need some food. I think I might have enough arrows now. I'm feeling better about this. I'm trying to decide if we need the gun on our adventure. I have a feeling we're going to find some more. And we have the bow. We have 2 bows. Okay, what do we want to bring? This is the tricky part, getting lightweight, because we're going to be doing so much looting. We can drop the mag lens now. We got our book. We got a couple coal. I need more sticks. We're down to 10 matches, guys. I think I might have just a tiny bit of matches here. 3 emergency matches if I run out, but otherwise, it's just our striker and the mag lens. Oh man, we've got all these stems. I'm going to drop 2 stems. I'm going to drop 3 stems. We don't need all these stems. If I get into a situation where I need 5 stems, or was it 6? Man, I am really messing up if I need that many stems. And there's a good chance we will find some more stems as well. Stems are like the ultimate item in this game because you instantly get a 25% increase in your health. You regain 25% of your health, plus you regain all of your stamina. You can run when heavy, you can climb ropes, you can do all that fun stuff. It's like a get out of jail free card kind of. But we don't need so many of them. We'll take 2. And the go drink kind of counts as 1 a little bit. Okay, clothing, we know that's good. Food, we know about that. I'm not going to drop my bedroll. I do need to repair it probably. This all looks good. Bullets. Okay, I'm going to drop this. Just because we're going out on a looting adventure, we're gonna be getting so much loot. I need to remember to use this bad bow before we use the good quality bow. I will. Oh, do I want to take the time for this? Wow, is it already so late? What? It feels like I just barely went to sleep, and already it's so late. All right, let's put that there. Thank you, revolver. I hope I don't regret leaving you behind. But I also hope I find more. Like, that would be nice. Maybe I'll take a little bit of ammunition, actually. Just in case we find a gun. I'm going to take maybe 3. Let's take 5. So we'll drop 4. Just in case we find another gun. Okay, so I'm going to leave a note. So we're leaving these behind. So let's see. Mystery Lake. Here we go. Where are you? Revolvers. Here we go. Revolvers ×2. And we got the toolboxes, right? Don't I? Rifle. No. I need to leave a note. We have two simple tools. Okay, we're going to leave the arrow crafting stuff here as well. Wow, we're down to 9 feathers. That's cool. I mean, it's good we've been picking up feathers all this time because we are pretty much almost out of feathers. It's what, like 3 feathers per arrow? I think so. Yeah, that went fast. Let's just leave them.
Snow if the hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
I do need to get some food before we leave. Let's leave this shell here. Did I use up all of our shafts? No, I still have some here. Okay, let's leave these here. And the arrowheads. Okay. How much? You know what? Maybe I'll take just a couple arrow shafts. I think we can actually repair. If we're out in the field, I think we can actually repair an arrow if we have an arrow shaft. I don't know. We're okay. I think we're all right. I do need to go get some food. I think this is our kit, guys. I think we're good. Are we lightweight? If I sleep, we might be lightweight. I don't know. I'll have to check. But I can't think of anything else I want to drop. So let's go outside and get some food. Ooh, it's a nice sunset.
Feels like night is coming.
We're gonna be thirsty. Okay, how much water do I have? We're gonna get a drink, so we're gonna be almost out of water again. Let's just drink all the way. I don't think I have any extra water. The only water I have in here is the emergency water. I don't want to use that. Oh, by the way, so the stove... Where are you, stove? Man, it's so dark in here. Cooking skillet. That's what I was thinking of. I'm going to grab that and leave it outside, I think. So we have the skillet inside, so we don't need to. Alright guys, I think I want to set out even right now. I'm thinking of going to the fire lookout. Maybe we can spend the night there. And along the way, I'm going to pick up sticks. Let me just do one last check. I feel like I'm missing something. So we've got the fire striker, we've got sticks, we've got matches, we've got our book, we've got the stems. Clothing is all good. Need more water, need to make a fire. There'll probably be a pot at the fire lookout. I think we're good. I could have swapped out the whetstone for a better one. We're good, guys. We have our kit. Our everyday carry stuff. Got our 2 bows. Beautiful night. Man, I'm loving this. think we have wolves out. I can never tell if they're rocks or wolves until I get closer. I will admit, guys, the revolver is nice for scaring wolves away. But I've functioned for such a long time without having a revolver. I think I'm okay. I also wouldn't mind using a road flare. Do I want to grab these? I think I'll leave them. They're not going to go anywhere. All these acorns. They're going to be here when we come back. Got to keep my eyes out for wolves. So I think there will be wolves over by the train. There usually are. That wind is really slowing me down. I think I can actually start to climb right here. Maybe I'll do that. I'm going to go around. I want to start going to the fire lookout and then... Oh, is there something up there? Huh. I think I can go up there. It's been a while since I've been to the lookout, so hopefully I don't get lost. May as well check this. Oh, I do see a flare on the ground. Something down there.
This stuff will come in handy.
Another flare. Got a body. Boy, those wolves must have kept him in here until he froze to death. Small Arms Handbook. Okay, I think I need to start climbing. Moon is coming up. Might get a sprain here. But we can sleep it off. Whoa, it is super steep. I may not even be able to get up there. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Let's go up this way. To be honest, guys, I may have to even go farther. I'm not exactly sure where this is. Wait, I can't even get through this, can I? I think I need to go farther. I think there's an easier way to get there. Where are you? Lookout? It's probably over there. Okay, guys, like I said, I think there are wolves in this area. Just have to give them plenty of room. Be ready to use my road flare. There's usually a deer carcass in this area. Yeah, here we go. Got a deer. A backpack. There it is. Alright, let's head up. Okay, so this is where I want to explore a little bit. I think we can find an airplane in this area, which I have never seen, personally. Is it up here? No. It might be around the back. I may have to go higher even. We'll try back this way. Oh, that is a dead end. Alright, I gotta go farther up. But I'm excited to see this wreck. But our clothing is keeping us so warm. Normally this would just be so cold, but the quality of our clothing is really top level, top notch. Okay, so there is the path up to the fire lookout. I don't think I would ever know to look here unless I had seen a playthrough. Somebody was playing. I think it was Zach. I was watching him and came over this way. And right up this little area here. Is it here? Here we go. Yeah, here's some kind of wreckage. Oh, that's the tail. Okay. A little bit hard to see, but there's the tail of an airplane. And looks like we got more. Oh, we got a body here. Can I get up there? Yeah. Maybe? I'm so close. How do I get up there?
This'll keep the lamp burning.
Okay, I can put my torch away. There's not going to be any wolves up here. We got a flare shell! Oh, I'm going to use that right now. Let's load this up. Okay, I've got to treat these like they are gold now. No more moose hunting with 20 shells or whatever.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
A candy bar? Alright, man, it's so dark. Oh, God, more flare shells. Is there any little compartments? No, okay. I would be very hesitant to get in this if I was looting this in real life. I mean, you have a precariously perched airplane wreck on the edge of a mountain here. And, you know, airplanes are so lightweight. We could probably just drag this off the side on our own. Okay, I think we've done a pretty good job looting. Did I already go in the front? Maybe not. Gloves, okay. We've got some leather, at least. This is kind of fun. If there's an Aurora, it is kind of fun to get in these because the controls light up. Okay, nice. So we can just drop off this side here, and that should take us up to the fire lookout. There shouldn't be any wolves up here, but just in case, I will get out a flare. Such a beautiful night. I do hear ptarmigan. I thought I heard them a minute ago, but I didn't say anything. But for sure now I hear them. I'm guessing they're on top. I am looking to level up my archery. So I might actually shoot these guys. Alright, let's get out our bow. You know what? I gotta do it the right way. Let's get out the low quality bow through our inventory. And then we're gonna switch to the fire hardened arrows. Don't really know where these guys are. They sound really close. There they are. Man, I'm just like right on top of them almost. Okay, hopefully I'm not too close. If I stand up here, I hope I don't scare him. I did. Dang it. So he's going to fly away. Can I back away? Man, that is so close. I'm going to scare him if I stand up. Fat little thing. Man, I want to shoot him, but if I stand up, he's going to run. Okay, that's better. He kind of walked away. He's coming back. Ooh, there's one right there. Holy cow, I could like throw a rock at him. Maybe I should. No, it'll scare all of them. He's gonna see me. Dang it, man. I can't. Wish I could crouch. I mean, stand and shoot, I mean. How are we gonna do this? If I stand up, they're gonna fly. Alright, hold still, little guy. This is tricky. Can I get up here? Yeah, I can. Okay, good. Can I get up this side? I just need to get far enough away that I can actually get a shot off without scaring them. Now I can't even see them. I think I caught a glimpse of one. I'm going to drop down. Oh, we got some snowflakes. That's not good. Visibility is going to drop so fast. I can hardly even see already. Where are you guys? I can hear you. Okay, I think I see one. Man, it's getting dark so fast. You know, I can't even get a shot off. It's gonna be too bad. Got one. That was kind of a lucky shot. I couldn't even see him. The other one is probably flown. At least we have a little bit of food. I don't hear them anymore. I think the other one probably flew away. Alright, I'm just going to stand up. Well, that was cutting it pretty close.
I need to find a place to rest.
As far as visibility goes, we'll have to loot this area in the morning. There might be some loot on the ground. Visibility just dropped to almost nothing. Okay, we made it, guys. Made it to the lookout tower. We managed to loot the plane. And we got a ptarmigan. We're not hungry right now, but we will be in the morning. So I'm actually going to harvest this guy. Where are you, ptarmigan? Food. There we go. Let's get 1.3 kilos. Nice. Just use our hand, I think. 29 minutes. Or 15 with the hatchet. Or the hacksaw, I mean. Maybe I'll use a hacksaw. It only takes a piece of metal to fix it up. And it is pretty late. Okay, it is so dark in here. Can I use... Oh, good, I can. Let's go outside and drop the meat. It'll help preserve it a little bit. Drop that here. And then I think I'm just going to sleep. We'll loot in the morning. Let's get a drink. And let's sleep as long as it will let us. Let's go for 12 hours. Yeah, it should be alright. I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, good morning everybody. We woke up fully rested. Had a nice warm sleep here in the fire lookout. Getting low on water. Let's do some looting. Got a sewing kit already. I should probably do some mapping while we're up here. Visibility might be too low. Yeah, with this fog. Let's see what it says. I'll give it a try. Ooh, it's gonna work. Nice, Forestry Lookout. There we go. Cougar territory. That's messed up. I'm not gonna mess with that. Okay, so we got our meat. I may get a fire started here in a minute. Let me just check these beds. I know I already looked under the bed. I just want to double check. Okay, we've got another flare shell.
That'll come in handy.
I'm so glad we came up here. Bandage, painkillers. Revolver ammunition times 10. Somebody left their bar of soap out. Got a rifle cartridge. Anything else? Got a hatchet. Ooh, what kind of condition? 86%. That is awesome. Another, what is that? Skillet. Ooh, nice. Okay. Got some cloth. Some potato chips. Ooh, a knife. Oh my gosh. This is really good. Really good loot. Gotta survive the outdoors book.
I think I can use this.
Some peanut butter. 53% condition. It's like some broth. That broth is really good. We could probably use the broth with the ptarmigan, maybe. I can't remember if we need flour. Alright, did I check that? Okay, nice. We have looted everything here. I probably need to get a fire started and cook some water at least. Let's get the ptarmigan cooking. Oh, you know, I always do that. Block myself so I can't get can't get to the other side. Let's grab those. Okay, what time is it? It's about noon. How much wood do I have? 6 sticks and 2 coal. So I'm gonna, before we get the fire started, I'm gonna break this down. I've got 2 hatchets now. And do I want to break anything else down? I'm trying to think if we'll find water in the dam. I think we will. Huh. Okay, well, let's just get this started.
I could use this.
Let's place our pot. And then I need to light a torch. It should be a good breakfast. We'll get some ptarmigan cooked up. So I'm going to drop down off of the fire tower. Since we have a little bit of loot, we could potentially go back to the camp office and drop off the extra items we got already. Let's put out our torch. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, I think I need flour if I wanted to cook something with the ptarmigan. Let's go ahead and eat that. Now, I need some water. Let's do half a liter. I do need a torch or two. Especially if we're going to the dam, we're going to need a lot of torches, actually. 11 minutes. I am going to break this down. Ooh, 30 minutes. Let's go for it. Let's add some fuel. Okay, I'm going to add some more fuel and pull some torches. Like I said, though, I do hope we find a lantern in the dam. I think there's a good chance we will. But if we don't, we've got to use these torches to help us with looting. It's going to be so dark in there. Even in the daylight, it gets dark down in the lower levels of the dam. These torches are awful. Maybe I'll skip here so you guys don't have to see me juggle torches. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys. Well, I managed to get a bunch of torches. Several, at least, that are of good quality. And I pulled one last torch. I think I will leave the skillet here. Well, you know, if we're going to the camp office, maybe I'll take it. We'll take that with us, leave it at the camp office. Pretty much anything of value we're taking with us here. And we're going to head back, I think, to the camp office, drop off this loot, and then make a straight shot for the dam. Let me just drop this ptarmigan here. And wow, we could actually have a bit of a view this morning. Got another tower over there. We'll save that for another day, maybe. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should map. I think I am out of charcoal, though. We could grab one more from here. Let's take a charcoal. And maybe I'll let this torch go out. I don't think I need a torch, do I? It's probably going to go out anyway when I map. But let's see if we can map. Oh, is it going to drop? It is. Goodbye, torch. Did I already mapped, didn't I? I feel like such an idiot. I mapped yesterday. Awesome. So I did that just so I could lose my torch, I guess. Alright guys, well, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for coming along with me. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, please take a minute, press the like button. Or if you prefer, you can leave a comment. I do love hearing from you guys. So enjoyable hanging out with you guys, and appreciate your comments and everything. Of course, I do hope you're already subscribed so you don't miss out on the adventure. But most importantly, guys, I do hope to catch you in the next episode. Take care. And if you made it this far into the video, just leave a comment. Canadian flag. I'll know you made it all the way to the very end. Thanks, guys.